So today we're going to talk turkey. I'm not going to mess about. Right, here we are. We're going to talk turkey. Ahead of us, we've got 2003 ahead of us, and the whole world is going crazy. And oh, it's lovely and warm in here. I've had it on for ages. Let's shut that door. Right. So crime is increasing. There's tough times ahead of us. You want to hang on to your stuff, don't you? And you've got to start thinking outside the box. You've got to start thinking, what am I going to do about it? Now, where was the piece I was thinking about? Anyway, I can't find it at the moment. So, here we go. So, yes, I want you to think about security, add security. These people, these thieving scumbags, scoundrels, drug taking, people that are on drugs, people that, time's getting tough. If somebody wants to feed their kids, they're gonna, and yours place is an easy place to break into. They are going to break into it, aren't they? There's no two ways about it. So you can't stop them. They're in that position in life, and they're going to do it. They're going to do it. What you've got to do is make them move on. So you've got your standard locks. You've got to start thinking outside the box. So you've got to make something. Now, if you're watching this channel, you're either watching it because it's interesting and you'd like to do something similar, or you would like to be in the position to make one, but you haven't got the gear. So let's presume you said to me, "Oh, Reggie, that door is fantastic. Will you make me a door like that?" And I would tell you, go get lost. There's no way am I going to make that door or make that lock for you. And I'm going to tell you why now. Because everything is money. Everything costs money, one way or the other, whether you've picked it up, whether you've had it as a favor, whether it's an offcut. And let's take this uni strut as an example. If you want a piece, if the project you want making, and it takes a foot length, you have to buy them in 3 foot lengths. If the thing that you want to make, you have to buy it, and you want a 3 foot length, you're probably going to have to buy a 6 foot length and cut the bit off and use the bit you want. So everything costs money. So so I'm going to mix a few stories up. So I'm not talking about any particular person. I'm talking about my experience of having a place like this and having the tools and whatever. And I do enjoy doing it, but of course it's my hobby. I'm spending my money on it. And of course, you've got to remember, it's also my time. So for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to put us on £10 an hour. So let's say you're working for £10 an hour. So let's say the cost of my labour is £10 an hour. So when I'm working for my boss, I'm getting £10 an hour. But then when I do overtime, when I work extra, I get time and a half. So if I do it of an evening, or I might go in on a Saturday, I get time and a half. So my time is now worth £15 an hour. Now, if you want me to do it on a Sunday, let's say my boss said to me, "Reggie, there's a job to come in. I want you to come and work Sunday for me." I'd say to him, "Well, boss, it's not ordinary time. It's not time and a half like overtime or Saturday time. It's Sunday, so it's double time. So now my labour is now £20 an hour. So, you're not going to pay me £20 an hour. So why should I do something for you if I don't get a benefit out of it, if it's of no good to me?" And on top of that, we're talking the cost, not of buying it, of getting it out the skip or finding it. So now you've got to make it. So you're going to be using grinding discs. You're going to be cutting up with grinding discs, maybe, or you're going to be using your welder, your equipment, or you're going to buy, or you're going to use welding rods. So I know it's only a welding rod and it costs pennies, 10 pence, but at the end of the day, this I bought last year for 10 pence each. Fine. But the real cost is actually 20 pence because I've used it. It cost me 10p. But when it comes for me to go and get another year's worth or 2 years worth, the price has gone up. Now they're going to cost me 20p each. And I'm going to use so many on a job. So everything has a cost. To run these welders, we all know the price of electric now. So you're burning light and you're burning electric. And you want me to come and make something for you. You want me to make one of them for you, for instance, whatever, an extra lock or whatever. So it's not going to happen, is it? As soon as you mention it to me, I'm going to distract you and I'm going to say, oh, that's a nice car you've got. Oh, that's a nice jacket you've got. Oh, what school are your kids going to? You know what I mean? I'm going to distract you. That's the truth of it. That's the you know. But if you truly wanted to, and obviously to buy something or something similar, I'm just adding up now. So I've been asked to do a job that's quite expensive to buy. The person doesn't want to spend a lot of money get it. And Reggie, will you make it? Yeah, but I've got to buy the material in to get it, and I can't buy it if I'm going to use a 3-foot length. I've got to buy a 6-foot length. So I'll have spare material. And it's, oh, Reggie, will you do it over a weekend? Can you do it over a weekend? Well, yeah, but hold on a minute. As we've already established, my time on a Sunday, messing in the shed, doing something, is 20 quid an hour. You're not going to pay me 20 quid an hour, are you? So, getting to my point, if you were in a position and you would like a lock and you want to do it, what you've got to do is feed your man stuff. So you might be in a position where you can land on nuts and bolts. You can land on this uni strut. You can land on bits of steel. You need to feed a place. This place eats. It costs me all of us a fortune, but it's our hobby, we don't mind. But it costs money to run these places. It costs money to buy stuff. But if you were to, oh, I found this, is this any good to you? You need to take stuff to the men that you're going to ask to make something for you that have got the equipment. So you're on the path of getting there, aren't you? So now there's thee and there's me. So, you know, when you were making something, I brought you enough equipment to make one for me and one for you. So obviously it's going to take time. And if you're doubling up, there's mundane work. There's the time spent making a thing. Then there's the time spent cutting, grinding, cleaning, you know, getting all the parts together, doing all the simple work, say. If you can't weld and you're asking a welder to do something, well, go there with him and prepare, right? I'll clean, I'll cut them to size. All you have to do is weld them together. It cuts his time in half, doesn't it? So, there's you and me. But if you had enough material and you wanted to do, say, 3 of them, for instance, and you'd got a third friend on board that's, right, we've brought you the material, we're going to help you with the labour, make it so you spend little time together. But then there's still the cost of consumables. And the worst thing of it all, especially what it is now, is electricity. I've had people come here. Use my parts, my shop blasting equipment. Fine, used the shop blasting, did a job, spent all bloody day doing it, which then took my time up. Obviously cost electric to power the compressor that puts the air into there. Fine, that's another cost to me. Obviously if you're here for quite a few hours, you'll get 2 cups of tea, so that's two boils of the kettle, and if there's 3 of you, that's 6 portions of tea, 6 portions of sugar, 6 portions of milk. Everything is costly. So if someone came to me and said, well, here we are, we've got the material to do it, and we're going to now, we're not on we're on electric meters, but we're not on, pay as you go meter. But if somebody said, well, all right, Reggie, I'll put 30 quid in your electric meter, or let's have a look what the meter says, I will top it up to the amount that it was before we did the job, contributed towards electric, then you might be able to approach a person like me that have got the gear, that have got the consumables to be used and to make something. That it's costly. Everything costs money, and you'd be surprised how many people. And what makes it even worse, and and I know, you saw us work on this room, and you know how hard it was wheeling the stuff up to the back, mixing the barrow. We mixed the concrete by hand, didn't we? Where were those people? Oh, they were off. I've got a Saturday job to do. They were off earning money. And they want you to make something or do something for them to save them money, but it's actually costing you money. So you have to be aware of that. You have to be. Everything costs. The price of electric, the way it's gone. The price of steel, the way it's gone. The price of everything. So if you want somebody like me to do anything for you, I'm not going to do you a favour. I'm not going to use my steel stock and my consumables that I have to replace occasionally, now and again, buy another box. And I'm not going to burn my electric, the price of electric, the way it is at the moment, and then say to you, here we are, friend, you can have it for nothing. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So we've got to get together. You've got to get together. You've got to say, right, come on, I'll spend an afternoon with you. I'll give you a hand to do it. Or I'll wire your shed if you make me this. You barter, work together. You've got to work together to get things done. Because, okay, I enjoy it, but there is a cost to everything that's here. And there is a cost. I mean, here's a perfect example for you. You used to get these for 2 quid a tin, I've seen now, next time you're in a place, your car spares shop or whatever, this has gone up to £7 or £7.50 a tin. The cost of stuff has gone astronomical. So And if you wanted to buy something like that, yes, it would look nice, and yes, it'd be painted and whatever, but the cost of stuff now is crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Don't ask for somebody to make something because it's just costing way too much. You've got to contribute with the time. You've got to swap jobs. Right, I'll do this for you, I'll put your electric in for you, or I'll concrete your path for you, or whatever you can do to the person that's going to use the equipment, that's going to burn the consumables. Yeah, and of course, obviously, depending on what job you do, you will occasionally break tools. Things will get broken, things will get scrapped off. You will be snapping sockets, or you'll be using something and it's a particularly tough job and all of a sudden you broke it. Well, it's very odd that the people that you do jobs for, when you break a tool, it's all of a sudden not their equipment that broke my equipment. It was my equipment that was no good and I broke it. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's a bit of straight talking for you. Straight talking. But you've got to start thinking outside the box. You've got to start protecting, because 2023, boy oh boy, there's, we're in some tough times, and you've just got to make these people go elsewhere. You've got to get together and just make the people. So the point I'm making is this. This is your shed. This, here we go. This is the shed. This is the shed door. This is your door. This is my door. They're gonna break. They know to come and pick that with you. They're gonna know how to get through the lock. When they open the door, they're gonna go, oh my God, there's a nutter lives here. We better run away. And that's all you want them to do, is run away and go elsewhere. Not to get through the door. So it's time we get real, and it's time you start protecting what you've got, because these people don't give a damn about you. These people will come and take everything off you. So you've got to start thinking about security, and you've got to get together, and you can't just ask, oh Reggie, will you make this for me, because it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, right, let's see what you think about that then.